I know there's a lot of fear around the word networking. I think there's been a lot in media that builds up around it being this super scary thing. It's a little taboo, even maybe to say the word sometimes, right? But we're gonna talk about some tips and strategies that are gonna help rewrite that story. What are the best ways to network with other VTubers? One platform that recently came out, it's called VupeChat. It's really cool. It's like Discord, but like you get thrown into random lobbies with people who have their VTuber model and you say, hey, and you get to chat. And it's cool because there's these different features where you can set a timer if you don't want to get stuck talking to somebody for too long or stuck into like a weird conversation. It's really cool. It's a platform. You have to hook up your model, your avatar, and you can hook up both 2D and 3D, but you can basically just talk to random VTubers, and they do events. So they have something like Mentoring Monday where you can go and learn mentoring advice. And it's a cool event because they have actual people who like partnered streamers who will go and do mentoring. And then you also are just meeting other VTubers, and the VTubers can be recording for a YouTube video. They can be live streaming, and you can actually be on their stream live while you're talking to them, which is super cool. And they'll do like social Saturdays where you connect and you can go and you can chat with VTubers. So that's a really, really cool way to meet VTubers. And when that came out, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And I don't know how people haven't made this before, but it's very cool. So that's a really, really good tool if you want to try something out. I will say, yeah, it can be a little anxiety inducing for sure, but it kind of just throws you in there and you can leave whenever you want, right? It might be a bit more of a challenging tool to utilize, but we'll talk about other tools and other options that could be better for you then if you don't want to hop into that. But if you're looking for like one of the coolest, most innovative, like fun tools to use, that one's awesome. Something I always recommend, and I recommend this not only for something like VupeChat, but also with streaming, if you're nervous about streaming, is you can write down a few bullet points or ideas of topics to talk about if you're nervous. And if there's a theme like Mentoring Monday, if there's things you've learned about VTubing, you can jot that down on a sticky note or like a notepad and have that prepared so that you can talk about that with that person. You can say like, hey, here's something that I learned recently. Like, have you ever experienced this before? Or like, I'd love to hear your perspective on it. What is a more low-key way to connect if you're a little bit nervous and you don't want to be just thrown right into a video call? So X/Twitter, the daunting X/Twitter. It is a scary place, especially for the VTuber community, but it also can have really good moments and good parts as well. X and Twitter is a great social media tool for building relationships, messaging people, reaching out, and commenting in a more casual way on posts as well. So something I recommend is utilizing Twitter and X as a tool to build those relationships. So follow some VTubers that you really like. Shout out, go check out @SapphireVT on Twitter. JK. If you want to, you can. But you can just go onto the posts and you can just say something and comment on their latest posts. You can scroll through your Twitter feed and actively leave meaningful comments. Okay, actively leaving meaningful comments is a great way to connect with people and for you to stand out in their Twitter feed, and they might be interested in reaching out to you and be like, oh, this person seems really cool, I checked out their profile, I want to reach out to them. So leave meaningful comments on X and Twitter. That's the first thing in your general feed. Now, when you're feeling bold enough, maybe there's a creator that you want to reach out to because you're eager or interested to do a collab. Of course, you can DM them on X or Twitter. What do you say when you get to the DMs? Well, you can introduce yourself. Something I highly recommend that has been really helpful for me is if there's a specific VTuber that you want to collab with or connect with, and this kind of crosses into like the collabing, networking and collabing, is propose an idea. Maybe they do something and you know that you would be a good fit. So for example, back when I was doing the VTuber Voices podcast, maybe they had a VTuber podcast themselves and they're like, oh, we both do podcasts. Let's do a podcast episode together. So then they reach out to me and they DM and they say, hey, Saya, this is me. Here's my podcast. And then you show some credibility as well, by the way, when you show some of your work. So I recommend sending them something that has to do with what you're interested in connecting on. And then you reach out to them with a plan. And this is especially important if you're reaching out to bigger creators who have a decent following, because you don't want to waste their time. If it's somebody that, and I say that in like the nicest way possible, as in they get really busy, right? As you start growing as a creator, you're probably going to start getting a lot of DMs. You're probably going to start getting a lot of everything. So you want to find a way to stand out. And that can be with, again, commenting regularly on their posts. Because if you just cold message them too, that can come off like, man, this person just like messaged me. But if you're actively engaged in their community or you're leaving comments on their Twitter/X posts and then you message them, that really shows that That's the equivalent of showing that genuineness and saying like, I care about you and your content, and I think we can make something really great together. When you get to know someone and actually talk with them and actually do something with them or collab with them, that increases your networking connection with them, because now they know you. Now they've had a conversation with you. Now they know if they can trust you, if you're someone they would recommend for this or that. Now they know if you're someone or the type of person they want to raid on Twitch, right? So you kind of can start at these more early light levels, leaving some comments on their public post, and then you can reach out to them with an idea for collabing to deepen that connection. It is important to talk about how people not wanting to collab or just not answering you when you're trying to reach out, it's super possible and it is going to happen often, and getting used to and comfortable with that is very important. If it's a really big creator especially, it's not always going to be super personal because they physically don't even have the time. Networking is about finding your people, finding your community, and finding the people that you jive with, which we are going to be talking about next as well. Trying to connect with VTubers that have similar games, crossover games, or interests. Whatever you stream, think about what you stream and ask, would they be a good fit for someone for me to know? Do we have similar interests? So watch their content first as well to see if they'd be a good fit, right? Because if you're networking with them and it turns into a collab stream and you're sharing each other's communities, you want to make sure you're a good fit. And it's good to know a little bit about them as well, because maybe there's something they do in their stream regularly, like a podcast, and you didn't even know about it, and that could have been a way for you to connect, and so a topic you could have collabed on or networked on, right? So when you reach out with that personal note too, that really helps. It's easier to network in person because people can understand your vocal expressions. Yeah, messages, people just read your message like a joke. It does make it harder. And you know what? It's kind of cool that you brought that up, Geekish, because now a lot of social media platforms are including a voice message, which is pretty cool, and I've really enjoyed that. That's actually been a huge time saver for me. I don't really always want to type something out because I have a lot to say. I'm a very rambly person, as you know if you watch my content, and I'm like, I do not want to type all this, and you can leave a voice message. Twitter actually has that. I used this feature the other day actually to thank somebody who reached out and left a super kind DM just thanking me for my content, and I wanted to thank them, but I didn't really have the time to be able to type that out. And I felt like I was able to express myself better vocally too. So then I left a voice message. So you can do that now on Discord. Although with Discords is kind of sus. I'm just gonna warn you guys right now. You click the Discord one and it just records and it will just send it when you're done. I don't know if there's a setting to change that. Hey Gems. Yeah. Dang it. I forgot what I was gonna say. I mean, okay. No, don't send it. Definitely test that out before you use that feature. I find that using emotes in conjunction with typing out what you say is the best way to inject emotional content in your messages. Emotes help so much. I'm a big emote user as well. That's such a good note, Atsu. I like that. Yeah, including emotes. Maybe not too many emotes though. There's a line. If you're like, yo, what's up? Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, heart emoji. And then this person just like, okay, this is definitely a bot. So use it in moderation for sure. Captain Cribs, you send me that line of emotes and we're besties already, because I see the Sailor Moon emote. See, this is extra points, Gems. If you know the creator is a Sailor Moon fan like I am, and then you go in there and you send also the Sailor Moon one. So something I recommend too, if you do plan to, if you're starting with the networking aspect and you plan to go into collab, I guess this crosses over a lot with collabing. I didn't even realize, but it really does. Try to hang out with them before you do a live stream together, because then you can build some of that natural chemistry and build a bit of a relationship beforehand, because it can be definitely stressful to just be on stream together for the first time and you've never really talked to them. That can, especially for people who struggle with some social anxiety, that's kind of scary. It can be. So kind of creating some casual conversation, or again, if you know they play a game, say you watch this VTuber and they play Marvel Rivals, and you say, hey, I'd really love to do this collab stream together. Would you be interested in playing a game of Marvel Rivals first? And just hanging out. So then you also have something you're doing, which helps with any social anxiety, so you can talk about what you're doing or the game, in case it's not just a call where you're just talking right off the bat straight to each other. Some people can do that, that's fine. Some people, they need that extra little social boost. So definitely try to hang out with them beforehand and think of some common crossovers you might have, which goes into that doing research and actually knowing what kinds of content they stream or games they like. Or you can ask them too. You can say, hey, what kind of games do you play? Would you be interested in hanging out, playing this game and seeing if we would be a good fit to collab together. I really like your content and I think I could see it. Even if you don't have an exact plan, even going in with something specific like that to test the waters first could be helpful. Again, just showing that genuineness and that interest. And then Twitch introduced the knock feature where you can just knock. This actually kind of does roll into some networking stuff. It is a little risky. It's definitely, actually, it might even be more risky than VupeChat because you just don't, you have no idea. And people are taking a huge risk by letting you in. I've utilized it though. I go in there and when I'm raiding, I do when I'm raiding. So I will be at the end of stream and I'll knock and talk to them first. That's a cool way to transfer and also make that extra connection. And you could knock on their stream. You could say, hey, I'm an art streamer. So say, hey, I love what you're working on. I'm raiding another art streamer. Your art looks so cute. I just wanted to say we're sending the raid over your way. I hope your piece goes super well. So nice to meet you. And they're usually like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's so great. Yeah. And then you send your people over and then it's awesome. And then you had a little bit of time to like briefly meet them, but that's really risky too. It is a very odd feature, isn't it? Some people are like, what is this? Why? I think it's hilarious. I think it's really funny. It is definitely a risky feature, but I think it's because it can be used so badly. Okay, and for our next piece for networking would be joining VTuber Discord communities. So I'm gonna plug my Discord community right now. If you're not in my Discord, that's a great place to meet people. But yeah, you can join our Discord. There's lots of cool people there, a lot of creatives. So if you're like a musician or an artist or a game developer, that's a really great place to connect with people. VupeChat has a Discord as well, and that's a great place to meet people. And there's tons of communities. If you are the artist, like the VTuber artist, and you're learning something like Live 2D or VRed Studio, you can join those Discords and connect with people. So Discord communities is another really great organic way to network and connect with people. And again, you can utilize the same idea where you talk with them a bunch publicly and then you can reach out to them via DMs. And of course, check, sometimes people will say like, please don't DM me in their profile. And some people will say, open DMs, you're welcome to DM me. So you can look for that too to make sure you're being respectful. Atsu said if you network better in person, something that's been mentioned in the chat, an event like OffKai might be the place for you. That's a really good one too. Yeah, OffKai is a in-person. If you're a better in-person networker, you can go to OffKai and then connect with VTubers there. Absolutely. And I didn't emphasize credibility, I don't think quite enough. Adding credibility, showing some of the work you've done to show like, hey, here's an example of a video, some videos I've worked on lately. That really helps too, because then they can go watch and that creator can get a bit more of a sense or vibe to see too if you guys would be a good fit. The next thing you should probably learn is the 10 do's and don'ts of content creation, which you can check out on this video next.